Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode of Garage Biljon, and this is the third episode on the interior strip down of my flood damaged Porsche 968 Cabrio. If you've missed the previous episodes, I'll put a link up here for you to catch up. But in this episode, I'm basically just going to continue stripping out this interior. So we need to get the carpet out. I need to get this HVAC system out. I wasn't sure whether I wanted to do it, but I'm here now. I can get to it now. If I don't do it now, I'll probably never do it. So I'm going to figure out how to remove this HVAC. I've read that it's a really tough thing to get out of the car. So I'm going to do some research on how to do that. But for the rest, I want to remove the carpet there. I want to remove the speakers. I'm going to remove the seat belts. I'm going to remove the door card. I'm going to strip out the interior of these doors. So I want to get to a point where everything that you see in the car is red and mud. No more plastics, no more carpets, no more anything. The wiring harness will obviously stay, but that's the only thing that should stay inside this car. All the computers are coming out as well. I am going to be showing you guys a lot of time lapses in this one, but hopefully you enjoy the process. So I would say sit back, relax, and let's start working. All right, so this side is now disassembled. You can see the carpet is gone, the seat belt's out, the speaker is out. So that's about as far as I can strip it down. And you can also see the mess that is hiding inside there. So I think what I'll do is once I have the carpets out, I'll pull this little plug out where the wiring harness comes through. And then hopefully we can clean inside there with a brush and some water. And I've also bought a steam cleaner because I think that's going to help me with the tight spots. So let's give that a trial run and see how it works. Right, so this is quite interesting. I saw this same foam construction on that side. You can still see the remnants over there. I pulled it off and threw it away because I figured it's a home remedy, but I'm seeing it exactly the same on this side. The same packaging, the same plastic insert with nothing in it. I can't imagine that the factory did this, but it's very strange to me that it's exactly the same solution on both sides. So let me know if you know anything about this. I'm curious to find out. It's time for us to now start disassembling the seat. So I'm going to take off this backrest first, and then we'll start to see if we can peel the leather off in one piece. I need to get to a bunch of bull rings down there, but I don't know if I'll be able to get to them. But that's the plan. So take off the backrest, disconnect the bull rings, pull the leather over, and then pull the foam over, and then hopefully then I can get to the mechanism that's under the seat. All right, so I've got most of this backrest removed. You can see all the bolts and screws sitting on the tunnel there. There's one thing that's still holding the seat into its position, and that is this harness that is for the heated seat. So I can just snip this off, but I want to keep the seat in as good a condition as I possibly can. And hopefully if I open up this flap, I can access the plug that I think sits somewhere behind here. Okay, so I've now probably spent the best bit of an hour trying to get the seat dismantled in a way that will allow someone else to reassemble it one day. And I've just decided I do not care enough. It's so difficult getting that cable out. Plus the seat is so badly corroded on the inside due to the water ingress that I don't think anyone will save this any day soon. So I am actually just going to flip this over. I'm going to cut that cable and I'll pull this backrest out so we can start working on the bottom end of the seat. All right, here we go. Snip, snip. This should now be free. All right, now that we have the backrest off, it's a matter of putting this leather forward, then the cushion forward. I'll probably take off these buttons as well. I'm not going to try and save this leather. I'm going to cut the seat at the back here, and hopefully that'll allow me to just pull the leather across. So it's mostly taken apart, but still I can't get access to these bolts that are in the floor. What I need to do is I need to somehow turn these two gears. They are actually loose, so they do move. And you can see on that side as well, it does actually move. Let me just get it on there. So you can see it moves. But where it's locking up is here. So this motor is completely frozen. If I can get this motor out, I can probably get these cables loose. And if I can get the cables loose, then I can probably go one turn each side and move it forward and move it back. And hopefully that way I'll get it out of the car. Alright, so as you saw, I took the front bolts out and then I started moving the slider all the way forward. I've now taken out the rearmost bolts and I've just exposed the last two bolts on both sides that needs to go out. So I'm going to take them out and I believe then I should be able to get this slider out of the car. Alright, the moment of truth. Alright, so the only thing left for me to do now is to clean up this mess, take out that bracket, and then we can start pulling this carpet. Right, so the worst of the dirt is now vacuumed up, so these carpets are fairly manageable. I'm going to pull out this rear section first, and then I'll pull out the two sections that are in the front. I think it's two separate ones. I think I'm first going to pull off these two strips. There's one on each side. Both of them are not great anymore, so I'll be replacing them with new ones. But hopefully once that's out, I should be able to just pull this carpet out. Okay, so this is a lot more difficult than it is on a 924 and a 944 because they used a really sticky glue that even after 30 years is still extremely sticky. I'll pull it for you and you can see it really is stuck on there. So I need to be very careful as I go. But I think you can now see why I wanted to pull out these carpets, because all of this stuff, this is just pure salt that needs to come out of the car. It literally is everywhere, and there's a few of the brackets that obviously was not galvanized that are terribly corroded that I need to repaint. The pieces that were galvanized seems to be in good nick. You can see back here as well, I'm not seeing any rust. But unfortunately, there's still wet stuff in here. This is soaking wet, actually. It's not dry. So it's a good thing we are really pulling out everything inside this car so that I can make sure that it's 100% dry, 100% clean. And it means I'm going to have to order a massive tub of glue removing solution, because this is going to be a labor of love to clean this car of glue. I'm not sure how I'll do that with the carpets. If you guys have any advice on how I can do that, I'd love to know. But this is also where I'm ending this video, because I'm not going to bore you with me pulling out these carpets. It's going to be the same process for the probably next 10 hours, just pulling this carpet one by one, and I'm cutting the strands of glue with this little box cutter. So in the next video, this will be empty and we will start running the electrical diagnostics on this car. Hopefully we can start assembly soon. Until next time, guys. Goodbye.